The most exciting news of today is none other than Denzer Guzman making his MLB debut tonight, and at just 21 years old, as well as Christian Moore will be making his return back up to the Angels after having very important daily reps down here with the Bees.
Tonight was a gritty battle in the paint. What gave you the edge down low in the absolute dogfight? And you definitely did show out a career-high 18 points. How important was it for you to finish through contact? Coach Phillips described you as someone who constantly sets the tone defensively. So how much pride do you take in bringing that physicality on a nightly basis?
I think, defense wins games.
Throughout this season, series openers have been tough for the Bees. So before this game, I asked Sean Anderson, what are the big keys to get the job done tonight? And he said, first and foremost, they need a strong start on the mound. These pitchers know how important it is to come out and set the tone early on. And Dakota Hudson has been doing just that. And then Sean also added that he loves where the lineup is right now. It's a great combination of some young blood with Denzer Guzman as well as Nelson Rada, and they're starting to get back some of the guys who were injured like Carter Keyboom.
You all just clinched back-to-back series wins against two of the toughest teams in the PCL in OKC and Las Vegas. What has allowed this team to find this success? Scott, how about this outfield making diving plays left and right? What was it like going to battle with both Rada and Lugo out there? After all of the madness, upsets, and crazy finishes, we have two of the top three teams in the country battling it out for that one shining moment. A heavyweight fight between the two #1 seeds, UConn and Purdue. Coach, you held Washington to only 5 offensive rebounds. How big of an emphasis was that heading into this game?
Yeah, huge.
Today has already been a battle in the paint, so how do you win that battle in this second half?
We got to.
Zach, a 3-hit, 3 RBI night. What made the difference for you at the plate?
Just good scouting reports.
You showed some serious emotion when you were sliding into home in the 8th. Describe to me what was going on in your head in that moment.
Guys don't think catchers can run, so if you score from...
Tonight truly was the epitome of a team win. The offense was firing, the pitching was great, the catching was phenomenal, as well as the defense. So how good does it feel when everything's clicking together?
It feels really good.
For Bees starting pitcher Brett Carey, he likes to treat himself after a start, and for a while it was a trip to McDonald's, but then he changed over to Taco Bell. And get this, his order is a Crunchwrap Supreme with no sour cream and extra Taco Bell hot sauce. Yes, that is very crucial to the order. Now, he did make sure to add that he does sometimes switch it up with a few McDonald's every now and then, but once you make the transition to T-Bell, you can't really change back. So the goal for Brett Carey tonight is A, quality start, B, a win, and C, a trip to Taco Bell, Tony.
George, welcome back to Utah, and you made it just in the nick of time as baseball season is wrapping up. So what are your first impressions of this brand new ballpark?
It's unbelievable.
You mentioned it, the young core is so talented, but also seasoned vets like yourself. So what makes this group so special?
I think if you have a mixture of both.
And the last NBA player I asked this question was your former teammate Jordan Clarkson, and he responded with, I can play it all, pitcher, shortstop, center. So I'm asking you this, if you're out there on the field, what position would you be the best at?
I would say DH, because I don't know how much ground I could cover being a fielder, so DH, we'll go with that.
And you had a great first pitch. What were your thoughts on that?
There we go. I thought it was a little high, but if you gave me a second chance, I'd be better at it.
And I know you're a big candy guy, so if you have to choose, what is your favorite candy?
Favorite candy will always be the Milky Way.
Milky Way, okay, kind of a hot take, but I like it. And if it's late at night and you're craving something sweet that isn't candy, what are you gonna choose?
I'm gonna go with the Chips Ahoy and milk.
Okay, I heard that you could have an entire sleeve by yourself, is that true?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm totally true.
We might need to test that out.
I also do love streaming as well, but Reese Ross will be huge in this final quarter. Lonnie White expressed that she loves playing alongside Reese because of how hard she plays as she is constantly diving on the floor, so that energy will be essential, and that's guaranteed with Reese Ross. We put together 13 innings of work, only allowing 4 runs, 7 hits with 10 strikeouts. So it looked like everything was working, but for you, what made the difference?
Yeah, that first.
What does your prep look like when you're gearing up for that second start in a series when just a few days ago you were going up against a pretty similar lineup?
Yeah, so.
And on Sunday, you only needed 75 pitches to get through 6 innings of 2-run balls. So how much does it help you when you're able to go through the innings so quick, especially in those opening frames?
Yeah, it helps when you're.
That was your 3rd straight quality start, your 5th on the season. When I think about your last month, consistency is the word that comes to mind. So what does it mean for you to see all this hard work pay off in such a huge way?
Yeah, it's
Defense really has been your calling card all season long, and forcing turnovers is a huge component to that. What did you like defensively in the first half?
I thought we sped them up really well.
How about Amanda Barcelo coming out, setting the tone? How effective has she been from beyond the arc as well as penetrating the paint?
Yeah, she's
Tony, back when Dakota Hudson was with the St. Louis Cardinals, he had so many incredible pitchers to look up to, including the 3-time All-Star and World Series champ, Adam Wainwright. Now, back at spring training during Dakota's first ever Major League spring training, Adam actually came up to Dakota and said, "Hey, do you have anyone to toss with?" And Dakota admitted he was terrified, but they ended up throwing the ball back and forth. And at first, Dakota was throwing his two-seamer that would cut. And Adam said, "Hey, mine does that too." And then he went on to show him his sinker grip. And ever since, that has been one of Dakota's best pitches. And of course, you went to the University of Arizona, a little rivalry, a Sun Devil right here, but you had an incredible year in 2021, making it to the College World Series. So take me through that journey.
That journey.
Another goal that you accomplished was being drafted back in 2021. And then the next year, you would make your MLB debut. Now, that sentence is pretty wild. So what does that mean to you? Just a year of playing in the minors.
It means a lot.
And during this tough time, you had what I can imagine is one of the best moments of your life, welcoming your second child, Jordy Michael.
Yeah.
How special has this last month been with them?
Real special.
You haven't played since April 29th. How excited are you to finally run out onto that field and compete again?
Nah, for sure.
Feliz de estar aquí.
Oh! Well, Denzer, welcome to AAA Baseball. And welcome to the Salt Lake Bees. We like to do a lot of water dumps around here. How are you feeling after that one?
¿Cómo te sientes después del baño ese que te acabaron de dar?
Frío.
Say it feels cold.
Very cold. And Denzer, take me through that at bat. What'd you see that allowed you to get that beautiful swing?
¿Qué fue lo que viste en ese?
A bulldog on the mound is how Brett Carey described Victor Medeiros. The moment Victor steps on the bump, he is ready to attack. He doesn't like wasting any time. And during BP today, I spoke with Scott Kingery, Chad Stevens, and Nico Cavadas, and I asked them what makes it so difficult to go up against Victor. And they said he is very hard to read. He has great horizontal movement, and when he gets ahead of the count, it is a deadly sign for the opponent. And we have to talk about the sinker as well. They would never want to go up against it.